Campbellville driver fined $190,000 after guilty pleas to traffic offenses. Police reported the arrest of Buddha Prasad, a 35-year-old resident of Campbellville, on December 10, 2025. At approximately 20:35 hours, Sergeant Ingram, accompanied by two other officers, took Prasad into custody for failing to display an identification mark at the front of his vehicle and for operating an uncertified motor vehicle on Sandy Babb Street. Prasad appeared before Magistrate Ms. S. Lalaram at the Georgetown Magistrates Court 7 on December 11, 2025, at 10 o'clock hours. The following charges were read. Failing to display ID mark, Prasad pleaded guilty and was fined $150,000 GYD, with an alternative sentence of 6 weeks imprisonment. Operating an uncertified motor vehicle. He also pleaded guilty to this charge and received a fine of $40,000 GYD or 6 weeks imprisonment. In total, the fines imposed on Prasad amounted to $190,000 GYD. This incident underscores the importance of adhering to traffic regulations to ensure public safety. Two Brazilian nationals and a Venezuelan arrested for illegal gold mining in Iwokrama protected forests. Authorities have arrested two Brazilian nationals and one Venezuelan for illegal gold mining activities within the Iwokrama protected forests. The arrests occurred during an enforcement operation carried out by the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, the Guyana Police Force, and park rangers in the Ciparuni area. The individuals apprehended are Rondine Barbosa Pereira, Brazilian; Eduardo de Souza Braz, Brazilian; Christian Jose Cedero, Venezuelan. According to a statement from the Iwokrama International Center, illegal mining has been a persistent challenge over the past year, although there has been a slight reduction compared to 2024. The center has noted an increasing trend of foreign nationals entering Guyana, both legally and illegally, to engage in these unlawful activities. The statement indicated that some Brazilians are entering the country under the guise of tourism or business ventures, but with the intention of illegally harvesting gold. Alarmingly, these illegal activities are often facilitated by local Guyanese citizens. Iwokrama is urging border control services and community partners to be vigilant regarding individuals traveling through parts of Guyana with boats, dredges, and mining equipment in vehicles without necessary permits for mining. The center emphasizes that gold mining activities are strictly prohibited in the Iwokrama forest. These illegal actions not only pose significant threats to national ecological integrity but also disrupt local livelihoods and traditional practices, undermining Guyana's forestry and protected area management systems. Moreover, illegal mining can jeopardize Iwokrama's international certification and adversely impact the entire protected area system, as well as Guyana's progressive green agenda. Such violations will not be tolerated. Speed cameras and radar signs live on Barrett Jagdeo Demerara River Bridge starting this weekend. The National Data Management Authority, NDMA, in collaboration with the Guyana Police Force, GPF, has announced that new speed cameras and radar speed signs will be activated on the Barrett Jagdeo Demerara River Bridge beginning this weekend, December 13, 2025. This initiative is part of the broader rollout of the Automated Speed Ticketing Initiative launched earlier this year under the Safe Road Intelligence System, SRIS. The radar-enabled cameras will detect and record speeding violations in real time, while the speed signs will serve as reminders to promote speed awareness among drivers. Once a vehicle exceeds the posted speed limit, the SRIS system will automatically generate a ticket. Drivers who have registered their contact information with the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, will receive notification via SMS or email. For those who haven't registered, physical tickets will be delivered to the owner's address. Motorists can check for any issued tickets using the GPF's official Find My Ticket tool at https://speed.gpf.gov.gy. This digital service aligns with the government's commitment to transparency and efficiency, making compliance easier for drivers. The inclusion of the new harbor bridge into the SRIS coverage demonstrates the government's dedication to using data-driven technology to enhance public safety. Drivers are encouraged to adhere to posted speed limits, pay attention to radar signs, and support efforts to make Guyana's roads and infrastructure safer and more efficient. Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo directs NDCs to address community needs. On Thursday, Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo instructed officials at various neighborhood democratic councils, NDCs, to prioritize projects that directly address the needs of their communities. This directive came during an engagement hosted by the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development with NDCs along the east coast of Demerara, ECD. The in-depth meeting aimed to enhance local governance quality and promote community development. Jagdeo recalled a previous interaction with ECD residents, where they voiced concerns about issues such as drainage, garbage disposal, security, and disturbances within their neighborhoods. The NDCs must focus on tackling these issues rather than investing in projects that won't provide any relief, said Jagdeo. He highlighted the tendency to allocate substantial funds for projects like bus sheds, which may not be essential, stating, "Sometimes the priorities are to build a bus shed, which people hardly use. The bus shed is not the priority at this stage." Earlier this year, significant increases in financial resources for municipalities and NDCs were announced, with annual subventions rising from $5 million to $30 million for NDCs and from $18 million to $50 million for municipalities. Jagdeo suggested that these sums might increase further in the 2026 budget. "You have more money now, and in the next budget we'll keep it at that level or maybe increase it," he stated, emphasizing the importance of utilizing these funds effectively. He cautioned NDC officials that equipment purchased with these funds should be used for community projects, addressing complaints about equipment not fulfilling its intended purpose. Additionally, he called for improved professionalism in the appearance of NDC buildings, describing some office conditions as slums. Jagdeo also urged NDCs and Regional Democratic Council, RDC, officials, especially in Region 4, Demerara Mahaica, where the ruling People's Progressive Party/Civic, PPP/C, has gained control for the first time, to be more active in their communities and engage with residents directly. Minister of Public Utilities addresses power outages and emergency response. Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation, Directives, has assured the public that emergency teams are on standby to address power issues following two recent outages that affected sections of the country. The Ministry of Public Utilities and Aviation, in collaboration with Guyana Power and Light, GPL, has commissioned over 30 emergency teams nationwide to manage any arising emergencies. In an interview with reporters, Minister Indar emphasized that the teams are working around the clock to address existing weaknesses in the current electrical system. He explained, "What happens is that the current system was designed with weaknesses. It is a linear system. There is no ring system right now. We are now building it out. So when power is disrupted at one point, it shuts down and cascades, bringing down the entire system." This vulnerability was evident on Tuesday, December 9th, when customers in Demerara and Burbus experienced an interruption in electricity supply due to a short circuit at the 69 kV transformer at the Kingston substation. An investigation revealed that a damaged cable caused the disruption, which was isolated to safely restore power. On Wednesday, the 69 kV line linking the Edinburgh and Vredenhoop substations tripped while transmitting approximately 15 megawatts MW of power. This sudden loss of generation led to a cascading effect across the grid, resulting in further service disruptions in Demerara and Burbus. Minister Indar acknowledged that service interruptions have also been exacerbated by the operation of heavy-duty equipment in proximity to utility infrastructure. We put 30 teams out in various parts of the country to deal with any kind of issue that may arise. But accidents do happen. Trucks sometimes drive into utility poles or heavy equipment interferes with the infrastructure, he stated. GPL has reported an uptick in accidents involving vehicles that have disrupted service when they came into contact with its network. The utility has urged all road users, equipment operators, and contractors to be vigilant about the dangers of operating near GPL infrastructure to prevent further disruptions in service. Win Party demands election of opposition leader amidst parliamentary delays. The We Invest in Nationhood, Win Party is actively seeking the prompt election of a leader of the opposition, believing that the Speaker of the National Assembly, Mansour Nadir, is stalling the process to favor the governing People's Progressive Party/Civic, PPP/C. The party has reached out to several regional and international bodies, including the Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, to raise concerns regarding this perceived obstruction. As of December 3rd, 1 month since the first sitting of the 13th Parliament, no meeting of the members of the parliamentary opposition has been convened by the Speaker to elect the opposition leader. At a press conference, Member of Parliament, Tabitha Sarabohali, criticized this inaction, stating, "The continued refusal of the Speaker to fulfill this obligation undermines the integrity of parliamentary democracy." Despite the silence from the Speaker, the Clerk of the National Assembly, Sherlock Isaacs, acknowledged that the Speaker had received multiple correspondences from Win regarding the matter. Sarabohali emphasized the party's demand for full adherence to constitutional requirements, warning that they may pursue legal remedies if necessary. With 16 seats in the National Assembly, Win has established itself as the main opposition party, poised to have its leader, Azruddin Mohammed, become the next opposition leader, although his pending legal issues in Florida concerning money laundering and tax evasion linger. Stalled election for Region 10 leadership. In addition to the national leadership issues, Win is facing challenges at the regional level as well. The election for the Region 10 regional chairman and vice chairman has been stalled for over 2 months. Win's candidate, Mark Goring, and APNU candidate Dominique Blair tied during the election held on October 10th. Yet there has been no action from Region 10 Clerk of Council, Dwight John, to reconvene the meeting to resolve the tie. Win suspects that this delay is politically motivated, attributing it to Minister of Local Government, Priya Manikchand, despite her claims of non-involvement. Sarabohali stated, "For more than a month, the regional executive officer, who reports directly to the minister, has refused to reconvene the statutory meeting. This is not a minor procedural delay. It obstructs the lawful functioning of the Regional Democratic Council." She accused the minister of hypocrisy, arguing that she possesses the authority to resolve the situation but has chosen not to act, which signals political interference. "The people of Region 10 deserve better," she added. Sarabohali concluded by expressing that the current lack of leadership in Region 10 is detrimental to governance, and that the minister's deliberate inaction creates a constitutional vacuum that undermines the electorate's clear choice. Guyana Press Association mourns veteran broadcaster Ron Robinson. The Guyana Press Association, GPA, is mourning the passing of veteran broadcaster Ron Robinson, who quietly passed away at his home at the age of 79. Known for his professionalism, authority, and engaging presence on radio, television, and online platforms, Robinson was one of Guyana's longest-serving broadcasters. His career spanned nearly 6 decades, during which he hosted morning drive time shows, conducted numerous interviews, and mentored many in the media fraternity, consistently upholding high journalistic standards. The GPA recognized Robinson's decades-long contribution to broadcasting, which earned him widespread respect and numerous accolades. They extended their condolences to his children, Paul and Allison, his family, and the larger cultural and media communities. Affectionately known as Ron, Robinson passed away after a prolonged illness. Born on April 16, 1946, he began his radio career on Emancipation Day, August 1, 1965, just a year before Guyana gained independence. Over the course of his career, he earned a Lifetime Achievement Award and multiple national honors for his contributions to radio and drama. In addition to his broadcasting career, Robinson served with several NGOs, including the Scout movement, and was recognized for his influence in Guyana's cultural and creative sectors, both locally and throughout the Caribbean and the diaspora. Notably, he overcame a speech challenge as a child, not speaking until the age of 2, a journey supported by his older brother that would later shape his distinctive voice and career. The Guyana Motor Racing and Sports Club, GMR and SC, also paid tribute, describing Ron as a giant of Guyanese culture and a respected leader in motorsport. His 3 terms with the organization, first in the early 1990s, again in the mid-1990s, and later in the early 2000s, were characterized by renewed energy and strategic direction. Robinson's legacy is defined by his service, creativity, and passion, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural landscape of Guyana. Neil Metis charged with multiple counts of break and enter and larceny. Neil Metis, known as Shoulders, a 48-year-old unemployed man without a fixed abode, has been charged with 5 counts of break and enter and larceny. These offenses were allegedly committed on Monday, December 8, 2025. On Wednesday, Metis appeared before Magistrate Faith McGusty at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where the charges were read to him. The charges include breaking into the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Ptolemy Reed Rehabilitation Center, and 3 other locations. Metis pleaded guilty to all the offenses and was subsequently remanded to prison. The matters have been adjourned to January 7, 2026. Minister of Health announces transition to digital X-ray machines in public health system. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has announced a significant decision by the government to ensure that only digital X-ray machines will be available in the public health system across the country. This initiative aims to phase out the earlier reliance on both digital and analog machines. During an event on Wednesday, Dr. Anthony emphasized the inefficiencies of analog systems, stating, "No longer should we be trying to wash films and then holding it up to the light. That's not very useful." He further explained that with analog systems, incorrect images often necessitate recalling patients, leading to delays and additional complications. With the introduction of new digital systems, Dr. Anthony highlighted the advantages. We can take the image, enhance these images, and look for different specifics that we need to visualize to make better diagnoses for those patients. The digital X-ray machines being deployed across the country are sourced from reputable manufacturers, including Siemens, GE, and Philips. These are the 3 major brands that we're using, and they are among the top brands globally, he noted. Over the recent weekend, the Health Ministry commissioned a state-of-the-art $60 million GE digital X-ray system at the Kamaka District Hospital. In the coming months, the government plans to install 14 additional digital X-ray systems at various facilities, including those in Port Kaituma, Charity, Leonora, Laguan, Bartica, Madia, and villages in regions 9 and 10. So, in a matter of months, we'll have at least 14 new digital X-rays that would be operational, Dr. Anthony confirmed. Additionally, he announced plans to install at least 4 new MRI machines in the public health system, detailing their locations. One at the new pediatric hospital in Ogle, one at New Amsterdam, one at West Demerara, and another at Georgetown Hospital, which is currently in the process of installation. Enmore Regional Hospital utilizes AI for medical image interpretation. As part of its initiative to create a modern and digitally integrated health ecosystem, the Guyana government has begun implementing artificial intelligence, AI, at the Enmore Regional Hospital to assist in interpreting medical images, including X-rays, CT scans, and ultrasounds. This advancement was announced by Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony during a recent event focused on the government's investment in developing a world-class healthcare sector. We have now added a system where images generated at Enmore can be read using this AI technology, Dr. Anthony explained. According to him, the AI system can analyze images within 14 seconds, indicating whether they are normal or have a pathology. If a pathology is detected, the system pinpoints the specific area, allowing doctors to read the images more effectively. The software also offers the capability to provide preliminary diagnoses, leveraging extensive training on diverse datasets. You would be able to get that, which can then be verified by the radiologists, he added. Dr. Anthony emphasized that this system would significantly enhance the efficiency of the imaging department. Traditionally, preparing reports takes considerable time, but with the new AI system, doctors can easily dictate the desired details and receive comprehensive reports at the push of a button. The AI can even measure pathologies automatically and supply all relevant dimensions. The Enmore Regional Hospital was among 6 new health facilities recently commissioned in Guyana, alongside hospitals in Diamond, Lima, Bath, Skeldon, and Number 75. These hospitals are equipped with advanced medical facilities, including CT scanners and digital X-ray systems, offering a full spectrum of services ranging from basic examinations to specialized treatment and emergency care. During the opening of the Enmore Regional Hospital in July, President Dr. Irfan Ali highlighted the importance of deploying advanced technology in healthcare, stating, "Guyana will emerge as a regional leader in smart care health services through a bold and forward-thinking health agenda." He noted that the country is rapidly integrating digital technology into the public health infrastructure, ushering in an era of data-driven decisions, telemedicine, electronic health records, and AI-assisted diagnostics. Additionally, just a week prior, President Ali announced plans for Guyana's first robotic-assisted surgery, set to take place next year. This groundbreaking initiative will involve highly specialized surgeons based in the United States performing procedures in Guyana using advanced robotic technology. OPR ranks recognized for exceptional service at annual Christmas luncheon and award ceremony. On Thursday, ranks from the Office of Professional Responsibility, OPR, were honored for their exceptional service during the year at the annual Christmas luncheon and award ceremony, held at the Police Officers' Mess Annex. Chaired by Superintendent Elton Baird, the event celebrated the dedication of the officers, with Baird highlighting the positive impact of the awards on morale across all regional divisions. He expressed gratitude for their commitment to setting high standards, which have contributed significantly to the department's overall success. While there's still work to do, this progress reflects our commitment to accountability and excellence, Superintendent Baird remarked, emphasizing the department's goal to maintain momentum moving forward. In his address, Baird noted a reduction in complaints against police officers in 2025, reporting 340 complaints compared to 381 in 2024, representing a 10.76% decrease. Of these, 285 investigations were completed and submitted for legal advice. 45 complaints were deemed unsubstantiated, and 55 remain under investigation, resulting in an 83.2% completion rate. The department also recorded an increase in departmental and criminal charges, reflecting stricter enforcement of regulations and accountability measures. Training continued to be a focal point, with ranks receiving development opportunities both locally and internationally. Looking ahead, the OPR plans to enhance training in critical areas such as photography, videography, and cybercrime investigation to improve operational effectiveness. Public engagement remains a priority with outreach programs across all regional divisions, alongside efforts to foster transparency and trust through radio, television, social media, and public forums. Deputy Commissioner of Administration, Ravindrat Budram, recognized the vital role of the OPR in ensuring accountability and commended the best-performing ranks at OPR headquarters. The ceremony also awarded Inspectors Quinn Sandy, Chaitram Suzankar, and Corporal Anna Maria Hercules with cash awards of $25,000 each. In total, 9 ranks received cash incentives and gifts for their diligence, while others were presented with plaques and monetary awards for going above and beyond the call of duty. Tribute to Ron Robinson, a giant in Guyanese broadcasting. Mohabir Anil Nanlal SC MP. The announcement of Ron Robinson's passing at the age of 79 marks a significant loss for Guyana's broadcasting and creative arts landscape. Robinson began his illustrious broadcasting career on August 1, 1965, at the British Guiana Broadcasting Service, and remained in the field until nearly the end of his life. Over the course of nearly 6 decades, his voice became synonymous with radio for generations of Guyanese, solidifying his place in the country's media history. Robinson's contributions extended far beyond radio. He was a prominent news anchor during the advent of television in Guyana and had a lasting impact on stage and theater production. His radio serials, such as Marundoy, entertained audiences for many years. His festive production, Stretched Out Magazine, also became a staple during the Yuletide season, captivating listeners of all ages. In recognition of his outstanding contributions, Robinson received the Golden Arrow of Achievement, AA, in 1990 and was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award earlier this year from the Office of the Prime Minister on World Press Freedom Day. In addition to his media endeavors, Robinson was an active community member, serving as president of the Rotary Club of Georgetown Central, vice president of the Scout Association of Guyana, and a director of the Volunteer Youth Corps. Through these roles, he mentored and inspired many, ensuring that his rich legacy would continue to shape the cultural narrative of Guyana for generations. I take this opportunity to salute Ron Robinson for his multifaceted contributions to the nation and extend heartfelt condolences to his family, friends, colleagues, and all who mourn this profound loss. His legacy will undoubtedly remain part of the oral tradition and cultural topography of Guyana.